Hello, JP.WATKINS. This is Personal Gov, and this is our top two topics. Top two things that we're going to focus on today is power, and we're also going to focus on inner resources. That's really my key theme. That's what personal governance is really all about, power. Well, the one thing that very, very few exceptions that everybody want is to have some power. You want to have power in your life. Why do people want financial freedom? Well, because that gives you power to make decisions, right? Oh, I can pay my rent. Oh, I can buy X amount of, you know, shirts. I can buy this. I can put my kids through school. I can leave my grandkids some assets. I can travel to this place. I can travel frequently. I can drive luxury cars, so on and so forth, right? That's the first key piece is power. Money gives you the power of options, right? But a lot of times, I come from a resource restricted background. So a lot of times we get trapped, we get imprisoned by what we do not have. Man, I don't have no money. I don't have no education. Myself, I dropped out of junior high school. So it's like, man, I don't have no education. I would see jobs where say must have diploma, must have this, and I would just always look at what I did not have. And I felt that I didn't have no power. And that was one of my biggest mistakes because believing that I didn't have power, I didn't execute it. So I want to leave you with this. If you're watching this and you process this and you understand it, there's very, very few chances that you do not have some power. You definitely have some power. If you can make a decision, you can say, hey, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get my GED. I'm going to learn a second language. I'm going to learn a new skill. That's power. The ability to make a choice, that right there is the first piece of knowing that you got some power. And once you can make a choice and you can get results, like you can get a GED, you can actually learn, you can learn how to type, you can learn how to, upgrade whatever skill it is, you can learn mechanics or whatever. That's power. The ability to make a choice and get results. That's some power. And your situation may be different. That I'm not saying it's easy. Don't hear this. Oh, it's just easy. No, it's not easy. But it starts by knowing that I got some power. So once you know that you got some power, the second part of the piece is what's those resources? What's those inner resources? For instance, if I say Harry Potter, most of you people probably don't know who Harry Potter is, right? Well, the author created Harry Potter. She was on welfare at one point in time. So what did she use? She used her inner resource, which was creativity. We all have inner resources. For me, one of my biggest inner resources is tenacity. It's my ability to be resilient, my ability to push and to keep being, some people will say overly optimistic, but that's what kept me out of the penitentiary for the last 20 years. That's what kept me pushing. That's what allowed me to push through, get a GED, push through, get a diploma in medical assisting, push through, get a bachelor's degree, push through, get a master's. And I'm getting all this education, and then I ran into a wall because of my criminal background. So then that would limit certain occupations that I could get into. But having the tenacity to say, you know what, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. So it's even now, I'm expanding. My goal is to expand and to be a full-time, highly paid, highly demanded public speaker. So even though I do public speaking, I still work a 9 to 5 and I do this vlogging, this personal governance. This is my passion, right? I do this in my part-time so that, this is what I can do. This is my inner resource to motivate, my inner resource to get other people to develop their inner resources, to discover them. So, if you're watching this and you can make a decision to watch this, to research, to do something, to learn something, that's your power. Second piece is to develop and discover your inner resources. What are your resources? What do people come to you about? What do they talk to you about? People always asking you for relationship advice. Well, maybe you're very pragmatic in the way you process things. Maybe you're a creator. Maybe you write great songs, or maybe you're very assertive. Maybe you got the skill to tell people how to be more assertive. You have some kind of gift. It's like a seed. If you pick up a seed and you don't even know what that seed is, whatever that seed is has what it needs to be inside it. If it's going to turn into a pea, it's going to be a pea. If it's going to be corn, it's going to turn into corn. If it's going to be a bean, whatever's in that seed is already in it. But that seed has to have the right things for it to, it's got to be in the right environment. It's got to be in the right soil. That once it's sprouted, it's got to have some sunlight. It's got to have a little bit of rain, right? That seed, but everything that seed is going to become is in it. And it's the same thing you have whatever is already in you, but you got to discover it, and you got to put yourself in the right environment. Okay? So, power. You have some. Use it. Inner resources. Dig inside. Discover what resources you have inside. Develop those resources once you discover them. That's my time. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.